Alright, update on Kadena. I'm going to make this one pretty quick because like I've been saying, I said I've been saying this for the past week really, and I said coming into the Fed meeting, I think it's just going to be chop and sideways action, and that's pretty much all we've done. If you are new to the channel and you haven't heard of the Fed meeting before, the next Federal Reserve meeting is between today and tomorrow. So we should have this all wrapped up within the next 24 to 48 hours max. Until then, I would definitely be sitting on the sidelines for Kadena and a bunch of other cryptos. And I mean, that isn't the first time I've said this for Kadena. If you're a seasoned veteran to my channel, you know that I've basically been sitting on the sidelines for Kadena for the past month now, while all these Kadena YouTubers are shilling it down your throat saying Kadena to $100. We flipped bearish once we broke out of this ascending channel, and I mean, it was a no-brainer at that point. The trend became bearish. You had multiple retests of your daily EMA ribbons, and we flipped bearish, and since then we've been sitting on the sidelines, and I've really been waiting for a trend reversal. We're down 40%, so sitting on the sidelines for these definitely is a blessing, because all we said when we were in this bear flag, we were saying, okay, if we wanted to get bullish here, so be it, but first of all, let's just break out of this channel. And then obviously that never happened, so we never DCA'd around these regions. The point is, at some point we're going to have a reversal. At some point this is going to turn tail and it's going to blast out of here, and we'd be much happier buying that reversal than trying to figure out where the dip is, because a lot of people thought this was the bottom, a lot of people thought this was the bottom, a lot of people thought this was the bottom. I had tons of people telling me, should I DCA Kadena now, should I buy Kadena now, and it's been quite a lot, but we're still in a downtrend. Coming down to your 4-hourly EMAs, I talked about this. The trend is perfectly defined by these 4-hourly EMA ribbons. Let me show you what I mean. When we're in a bullish trend, you can see we're at the top of these EMAs. We bounce on them and we go to higher prices. What happens once you fall below the 4-hourly EMAs? Well, it's the opposite. You can see we move down, we retest, we fail, we move down to lower price targets. We retest, we fail, we move down to lower price targets. Retest, fail, lower price targets. Retest, fail, lower price targets. Retest, fail, lower price targets, and then here you can see retest, fail, lower price targets. And once again, we're coming to that phase where right now we are going to well, we have just retested the 4-hourly EMAs, and as of the time of recording this, we have been rejected. But like I said, I'm not a perma bear on Kadena. I'm someone who likes to make sure that I'm buying cryptos for the cheapest discount I possibly can. And while there's been YouTubers telling you DCA, DCA, DCA since we were at $6.46, I've been saying sit on the sidelines, wait for these 4-hourly EMAs to get flipped. Once they get flipped, yes, you will miss out on the first 5 to 10% of the move. Obviously, you won't be catching the exact bottom if you buy a breakout. In this instance, if we did break out now, you'd be buying at 12% more expensive. So you might be thinking, why would I want to buy for 12% more expensive when I can buy the bottom? Well, how do you know you're buying the bottom? How do you know this is the bottom? Because there were a lot of people who are very certain that this was the bottom when we came down here at $4.55. And now, if we do break out, you're going to be buying for a cheaper price target than someone who bought the exact bottom of this move. Take that into consideration. You are by buying the cheap out, not the cheap out, by buying the breakout when it finally happens, you're buying at a cheaper price target than the people who thought the bottom was here, than the people who thought the bottom was here, and the people who thought the bottom was here. And if we do follow with this trend, which by the way, I'm not a Kadena bear, I don't think we are going to go down to forever. I think Kadena's got good fundamentals and it is going to start moving at some point. However, I'm just looking at this trend objectively. We're clearly not out of the downtrend as of this moment in time. If we come over to your oscillators, especially on the daily time frame, we are really oversold for these. So like I've been saying, at some point this is going to have a huge reversal, and I think it might come after the Fed meeting, like I said, which is in 24 to 48 hours. In fact, we might even rally into it. We might break out of this asymmetrical triangle coming into the Fed meeting tomorrow before it's even come out, and then by the time we're back testing it, the announcement is done, Fed meeting done, and we could just be off to the races for Kadena. And this is where I'd be looking to buy. I'd be looking to buy a confirmed breakout. Until that happens, I would be sitting on the sidelines, because once again, what happens if we get rejected from here and we move down? And you thought here was the bottom, and you DCA'd here, you DCA'd here, you DCA'd here. Well, you're going to be in a huge loss. Whereas people like me, people who have been watching my channel and just looking at this objectively, realizing that the 4-hourly EMAs define the downtrend, until we hop over the 4-hourly EMAs, we should assume the trend is your friend until the end, and we are going to go to lower price targets. Eventually, it's not going to be the case, and eventually we're going to break out. But if we do come down again, if we do make new lows, you know, the next breakout, you could be buying for cheaper than the price we are at right now. So it's all about waiting and being conservative. I've been trading crypto for years, and I'm telling you that if you're an average retail trader who got into crypto in the past year or in the past 2 years, you are not going to be able to time the exact bottom. That is a fact. You are not going to be able to time the exact bottom. What does smart money do? The billionaires, like the Michael Saylors of this world, do they think, okay, I'm a billionaire, I'm rich, I know a lot about crypto, I know exactly where the bottom is, and I'm going to buy exactly when I think the bottom is? No, they don't. They DCA. Michael Saylor DCAs projects that he likes. He DCAs Bitcoin all the time. Whenever Bitcoin goes down a certain amount, you see MicroStrategy DCAs. So, you know, it really depends on what crypto you're investing in, and what your what your time horizon is. For example, KDA for me, this is a short-term trade. I don't plan on holding KDA for years. I plan on waiting for a breakout and taking advantage of the next momentum swing, and then I plan on staying in the trend until I see a momentum shift to the downside. It's very simple how I trade altcoins. I do DCA Bitcoin. I don't, however, DCA altcoins like Kadena, because you know, whether these are going to be around in the next 10 years or not is up for debate. Whether Bitcoin is going to be around in the next 10 years or so is not up for debate, in my opinion. It is going to be around in the next 10 years. That is just my opinion. I would be really surprised if in 10 years time you asked a crypto hodler, do you hold Kadena, and they even knew what Kadena is. If you don't believe me and you are in crypto for the first time, this is what I always like to say to new traders. Go on Google and type in the top 25 cryptocurrencies of 2018 during the last bull run. How many do you recognize? There will be Bitcoin, XRP, and Ethereum. Apart from that, you probably won't recognize a single altcoin from back there. Why? Because no one cares about them. They've all moved on to ApeCoin, Kadena, Solana, these move to earn projects. And what do you think's going to happen and also these Dogecoins, don't forget these Dogecoins. So what do you think's going to happen in another 4 years time? You think crypto is going to stay stale? There's not going to be any new projects out? There's not going to be any new hype out? Of course there is. People are going to forget about this over, you know, the course of a couple years, and I would be very surprised if people were even talking about Kadena and other cryptocurrencies in the next 5 to 10 years or so. I could be completely wrong, but all I do know for sure is that Bitcoin is the winner and everything else is just second to Bitcoin. Like I said, I really do recommend, if you are in crypto and, you know, for example, if you've only been in for the past year or so and you don't understand what I'm talking about, the 2018 altcoin rally, go on Google and type in the top cryptos of 2018. Go look at the top 25 at the peak in December. You will not recognize half of them. I'm telling you, they're all in like the top 200, top 1000 right now. Nobody cares about them anymore. They've lost all their hype. So just some food for thought there. Lots of selling volume coming in. Once again, the trend is your friend until the end, until we do hop above these 4-hourly EMAs. I'm going to be sticking on the sidelines. Let me know what you plan on doing. As always, none of this is financial advice, just my opinion on the market. Cowboy out. Peace.